Hey all, Chris here from Blamcon with an update on how things are going. It is a bit of an odd situation. It's confusing, it's fun, it's weird. Blamcon sort of dropped, but nobody knew about it because there's no announcement, there's nothing on the site, and it was actually kind of unintentional. It's a funny story, as they say. So I had completed the Viper build video. I had completed the framework for the store. I had started adding products, everything like that for a smooth launch. And I shared it with several people for evaluation to see what they think of the look of it, etc. And I guess I wasn't super clear in my wording because one individual posted it on a Facebook group with all love and intention behind it, thinking it was a public link, which then caused a run on the store where I had not set inventory limits. I had nothing boxed. I had nothing ready. And that person was in a time zone that was opposite mine. So I woke up in the morning to find out that I guess the store does work because it is completely saturated with orders that I had not prepared for. I also hadn't done things like set up shipping regions. So, there was local Canada shipping to various places in Europe, in Australia, and all over. So AKA a complete mess. Rather than refund people and apologize and be all sheepish about it, it wasn't an untenable amount of orders. And, you got to start somewhere. So I closed the store in a panic. I finished the video and published the video. That way the people who ordered could get the video and learn how to build it. And also went ahead and filled in the website with the rest of the manual, the print files, everything you need to build a Blamcon Viper, with the exception of the LED bars, which I'll hopefully be doing later today. And then became a week-long and still going mad scramble to build a reliable inventory packing and shipping, everything like that. This wasn't how it was supposed to go. I did say I would be launching next week, but what I really meant and what I was going to publish is, hey, we're starting to contact the mailing list. We're going through an order, and this way I could contact people in a logical way and have everything boxed before. Oh yeah,
did you get the package already?
Which package?
Just the ding dong.
No, I didn't.
Okay, some guy said the ding dong, and when I just got out, there wasn't anything.
Oh no, is there a label or anything?
No, there was nothing.
Ding dong and run. Okay, it's probably UPS then. They always do that.
Right with the car.
Oh, I don't know, dude. I'm actually recording a video. I'll check it out later. If he's going to bring something, he'll bring it back. Oh, that's actually part of the story. So yeah, basically I filled all of the orders. Well, I am filling all of the orders. Those who have placed orders, I am over halfway done. Mike is on his way in a car now. He's been printing the 3D prints, also putting together the modules for the light bar kits. I've got everything else ready, so I should have the rest boxed up by the end of the weekend and the entirety out by Monday. So again, the waiting list, I was supposed to go through the waiting list one at a time, and then, just so I have everything boxed, wait, and ship. So I actually already had filmed another video saying, hey, it may take us a few weeks to fill orders. None of that was ready. It just went out. But we're rolling with it. Why are we rolling with it? Number one, I like to re-stress again that we're not a factory. This is a bunch of makers. People in the local props community are helping out. And, we've got our team of makers. So everything you get from Blamcon is made by us, by hand. Our kits are not just us getting something and repackaging it. All the real 100% brass bars we include are cut and beveled by hand. The CNC actuators are CNC'd by me. Every core, you can see this is the core tester here. This is a monstrosity I made up. Basically, I've got a whole table of Blamcon cores. I solder all of these by hand myself. I do all of the SMD soldering by hand myself. I check them under a microscope myself, and then I put them in this monstrosity where the cores clip. You can't really see it, but there is the cores clip in. I'm able to load the firmware, so the latest version of the firmware is preloaded, and then I'm able to test the camera, the buttons, the recoil, the rumble. That way, you know, when you get it, it's a working item. This is a level of quality, you know, when we've been doing things privately that we've always enforced to make sure everybody has a good experience. This isn't going to change. This is scalable. We have a lot of resources locally to draw on. I mean, already, you know, the Props 3D started with me, and then it's me and Craig, then it's me, Craig, and Mike, and now it's me, Craig, Mike, Chandler, and Sonny. You know, and it will be, Tyler will be joining. Oh, what am I even saying? Paul, I'm sorry. Paul's in England, right? I'm talking about the people who are building here. Paul's actually opened his store in England as well. There's a link right on the Blamcon store page. So, you know, I've taken, the other good side of this is I've taken every dollar that's come in, I've doubled it, and I've ordered inventory just because, look, if that's one, like, I don't know if anybody's going to buy this, right? I've invested more into Blamcon than every other Props 3D project, and I give them all away, right? I don't know what's going to happen here. There's no like grand master plan. I don't plan on, I was on a conversation with a gent who was building a Viper yesterday asking, you know, are you going to move this to China? Are you going to turn? No, why would I? There's people doing that, doing a great job of that. This is about, and always has been about empowering makers. My background has been in electronics and education around that. The YouTube thing is my dream, and Blamcon is just, to me, an amalgamation of all things that are awesome, right? It's a thing you can build at home and then have an awesome experience with, right? And then you can build, we have a dozen different Lycon models and more. My thing is in the innovation. I've got a sketch for the Romulus rifle with internal 140 PSI pneumatic recoil. That's what gets me going, not being some line worker soldering cores all day, but I got, you know, means to an end. I don't know where this is all going. This all started as a fun thing amongst friends, and then it started, you know, I started sharing it out. So there's no big master plan here, but there is the fact that this is awesome. This is cool. This is fun. This all works. You know, the team that has come together, Paul did the PCB. He is amazing at PCBs. He's built his own CNC. I mean, even we're like, oh, it'd be great if we had an automatic wire cutting machine. He builds an automatic wire cutting machine. By the way, my automatic wire cutting machine is my wife. She's been spending days cutting wires for the deluxe kits. I didn't even know the spread, right? I bought all these little boxes thinking everybody'd order the little basic kit and get their own bars and stuff, and everybody wanted the complete kit with no inventory limit. It's like, that's a lot of manual work. The CNC actuators, these guys, the metal ones, which I say in the video isn't 100% required at all because they're a replaceable part and I've never had one break. The stuff doesn't come off a CNC ready to go. You know, I'm setting up CNC jobs, I'm cutting them out, then I got to cut off the sprues, then I got to sand it all down, then I got to set it up and I texture it. These are all textured. Love the texturing. You know, I'm not compromising on my quality, but there is scalability here thanks to our community. You know, we also have worked extensively with local prop shops who are interested in this. The scalability really in this is you. As we come out with better ways for you to build this is, again, look at the previous project on the Dread Lawgiver. There's so many people building that. I love it. We've had, I think on the Props 3D free downloads we post on Thingiverse, dang near 250,000 downloads. That's amazing. So again, we will be selling completed Vipers. My house is covered in completed Vipers right now. I've got a couch full of completed Vipers, like not like a regular people couch, but I've got a couch in one of my sets, the light gun sets, just lined with Vipers. I have a rack lined with Vipers. Why aren't I selling them? Because that's not enough, and that's not sustainability. Mike has taken that over. Mike's put in large amounts of shelving. We're putting in more printers. We're putting in more infrastructure, making more jigs. This will get bigger. This will get faster, but we got to start somewhere. You know, again, if I had taken pre-orders, and a lot of people joined in, and I had started a Kickstarter or some crowdfunding and raised $1 million, this would come in a lot bigger and a lot harder and a lot more swinging for sure. But what if I had taken all your money and it didn't work? And I spent it. That's the problem with Kickstarters, right? This stuff happens. This has happened to me on this. I'm not doing that because I don't want to be disingenuous. Taking people's money without knowing you can do a thing is the epitome of disingenuous to me. You know, I want money for product, and that's what I'm doing. And that's what will happen. But that means, like, put yourself in my shoes, right? I'm a maker. I do, props. People come to me when they want cool electronic things and things to work. So I do contracts and stuff. But at its heart, I'm not a factory. How much would you be willing to invest? I'm not asking for your money because I don't know if I can deliver. But you're one to the people who are like, why can't you build 1,000 Vipers? I'm not spending enough for that. I'm not taking all of the risk. We have to grow. Companies have to start somewhere. So I hope you'll bear with me. And at the same time, the Viper files are free, the manual is free, the build video is free, everything's free around this. If you want, I will have an alternative to the core published. There's some things I have not published yet, just because, again, that was one of the most moments ever, just getting up and being like, you have XDX messages. Why? Oh. But again, that's also given me the confidence to invest the money that we're probably going to be able to scale 2 to 3 times faster. I have used every dollar that's come in, gross, not net, to order more inventory, more machines, and enlist more help. So if I had just refunded everybody, this would just continue to puddle along. Maybe I wouldn't have had the gumption, or trying to use the internet safe language, you know what I mean, to actually release it last week. Like I said, I might have just gone, oh gosh and golly, it's going to be another 2 weeks while we figure things out. So overall, even to the people on the waiting list, I think this is going to work out much better for you, because now we have enough inventory to get through the astounding waiting list. Thank you so much if you did sign up for that. Wow, I crunched it from the database and that was a bit of a surprise, but we've ordered enough to cover a lot. We're enlisting more help faster than we would have. So all of this has worked out well. But, for those who have gone on the store, when I said there's a store in the video, I can't republish that video, right? I can't go, the store is coming soon. And then what happens when the store is open? I need to talk in absolutes, because again, the video wasn't supposed to go out that day. It was supposed to go out, I guess it was in a way, but it wasn't supposed to happen like that, right? I was going to be like, have a big disclaimer and, hey, the store is coming soon. I'm contacting the list, which I think people would have accepted, but it would have gone much slower. So anyway, I think I've rambled hard enough. My wife, who just came by, is busy making... She's cutting wires, because that complete deluxe kit where all the wires are cut and stripped, that's quite a bit of work. She's pretty much done, and we'll get all the orders out. We'll have that fulfilled in a few days. I've emailed a lot of you. We've shipped over half of the orders. And then here's the big thing. We're not just going to reopen up. We're going to keep going with this and keep powering on this and build a whole bunch of inventory and release it. Well, first off, I'm going to go through that early access list. But we're going to be able to build these so much faster, especially with Tyler coming, Chandler getting far more involved. We've got Gina now, who's starting to get more involved. I didn't mention her, but she's just sort of getting into this. So we're, made in Canada by makers, by experienced makers. This is going to grow on a maker scale. It will get there. Hopefully it'll get there very quickly. Until then, it's all buildable by you. The RoboCop Auto 9 is next. Then I will probably do a conversion. I have a poll on the website under conversions. Not a poll. I'm just asking you what you'd want to see. I have over a dozen light guns converted. And then we'll just keep trucking through this, man. This is cool. This is exciting. I don't know where this is going to end up, but it's been a lot of fun. So thank you so much for watching. Props 3D, supporting us. Even watching is a support for us, because seeing people's interest in this is sort of viscerally satisfying. This is very cool to be able to share this at a larger scale than just at the meetups we're used to running. So thank you so much. And yeah, I'll keep you updated, eh? Discord. Oh yeah, I post every 2 hours on Discord. I'm flooding Discord. I just want to make sure everybody's aware. Boop, boop, boop. This is what's happening. This is what's happening. So yeah, you want to know what's going on? Go on to Discord. Have a link in the description later on.